Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Caitlin Clark has already been ruled out for Thursday night's game against the Las Vegas Aces. Stephanie White offering up some comments that has fans concerned this injury may be more severe than we were led to believe, have fans speculating that she's going to be held out all the way up until All-Star break. We have Satou Sabally giving us a glimpse, some insight into how CBA negotiations are unfolding behind the scenes, calling the most recent offer a slap in the player's face. And Sophie Cunningham offers a few choice words for WNBA expansion, the lack of player excitement to play for a few of these cities, to go to a few of these cities, and how the expansion will affect WNBA parity. Let's start off with the elephant in the room. Caitlin Clark ruled out for Thursday with a groin injury. How they were playing this entire time between day-to-day and game-time decision and questionable. I was skeptical. I had to go straight to the source. And sure enough, the Indiana Fever, more than 24 hours advance, let fans know, hey, Caitlin's not going to be there. Instead of having you drive 5 hours only to realize 2 hours away, she's out. After flying 10 hours, only to realize 5 hours in the air, she's out. After coming all the way from Australia, over 8,000 miles, to watch Caitlin Clark only to land and hear she's out, the Indiana Fever finally give us advanced notice, dare I say, that Caitlin Clark won't be playing. I appreciate that. Stephanie White talks about the injury and why we're going from game time decision to ruling her out earlier now. Let's take a listen.
Nothing about it being a game time decision these last couple games and being able to rule her out today. Is there any extra kind of concern about just, that little change in?
I don't know if there's extra concern as more of like, hey, let's just maintain perspective. She wants to play, and she's working to play, and she has been working to play. And I think after, a few days, it's like, okay, we've got a little bit of time. Thinking, 5 games before All-Star break, we've got a little bit of time. So let's just ease her mind, even though she's antsy, and let's do this the right way and make sure that we're ready to go and 100% when she comes back.
Nothing about it being a game.
Now, a lot of people are seeing this, hearing this, saying, oh, they're going to hold her out until All-Star break. They're going to hold her out until All-Star break. We got to keep proper perspective. My question to Stephanie White would be, it took us this long to put things in proper perspective, to give us a real timetable. It took us this long to say, oh, well, we got 5 games until the All-Star break. Maybe we should wait a little bit. Oh, Caitlin Clark, she really wants to play. Let's just ease her mind. Why is it taking this long? Was there an inkling all along throughout these game time decisions, throughout these day-to-day status reports, that she was always going to be not ready to go prior to the game, but we still strung people along? And if she is out until All-Star break, then I'm steadfast holding the position they knew this injury was more serious than it was, and they decided not to tell us for a specific reason. That reason, I've already told you. But off the jump, there should have been 1 to 2 weeks off rip. We injure our quad, we get rushed back. We injure our quad again, we get rushed back. Now we injured our groin. Clear 1 to 2 week injury, clear 1 to 2 week recovery, in my estimation. But now, she's bringing up All-Star break in these interviews. Very interesting. I don't care how long she sits, to be honest with you, as long as when she comes back, she's healthy. So if that means sitting her the rest of this week, bringing her back July 9th against the Valkyrie, then that's what it means. If that means resting her all the way up until All-Star break, then that's what it means. But it would be very similar holding her out all preseason only to bring her back against the Iowa game, then keep her out the back half of the first half of the season only to bring her out for the All-Star game. Very similar how those two instances are playing out. Let's hear what Satou Sabally had to say about CBA negotiations and the most recent offer.
I think we can focus on our players in the union. We got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face. And I think we we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think, adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, like that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have like a little bit expansion on the rosters? Like, let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously to lack investment into their players before we focus on adding more to the grain of people that can't really be sustained.
Now, the excuses that Satou Sabally is referring to, that the owners continue to come up with to not reinvest in their players and in their organization, the excuse is a simple one. They haven't made any money yet. That's the excuse. They haven't turned a profit yet. That's the excuse. They're already in debt. They're already losing money supporting the team. Now you want them to throw $75 million down the drain to continue? Now you want them to throw $115 million down the drain to continue? God forbid these owners want to make some money themselves. God forbid these owners are saying, I've just been in the red for so long, I really don't want to. God forbid. One thing I'll agree with Satou Sabally on is that the league should have focused more on roster expansion. They should have focused more on an extra roster spot or two for the teams instead of expanding the league, adding 2 more teams next year, 5 teams total by 2030, 18 teams. They should have focused on expanded roster spots. Now, when it comes to CBA negotiations, the quote, slap in the player's face, I think the players are asking for something that just isn't going to be obtainable. They want the same % of revenue shared with them as the men do. The WNBA players currently get about 9.3% of all WNBA revenue between the players. The NBA, if I remember correctly, get between 49 and 51% of NBA revenue. The only difference here is that not only in the NBA is the revenue there and a large amount, the profit is there as well and a large amount. When it comes to the WNBA, revenue might have grown. Since 2019, went from 100 million to 2024, over 200 million. But the profit, still not seeing it yet. The profit still has yet to show up in the mail. They can't just go on Amazon Prime and order profit and it comes the next day. It doesn't work like that. What the players don't understand and what they should understand is that you guys got 9% of 100 million and now you have 9% of 200 million. And as revenue continues to increase, you'll get 9% of 300 million. 9% of 300 million is a lot more than 9% of 100. And the owners, they're business people. They're probably offering you a raise in percentage. I wouldn't be surprised at all, whether it's 12% or 15%, maybe even 17%. They probably are also offering you to get a piece of the pie in terms of jersey sales. They're probably willing to give that up as well. But when it comes to a large piece of this already negative pie, until a few things take place, you're not going to be getting that. So if I'm the players, take the deal. Embrace the new fans. Embrace Caitlin Clark so the new fans also follow you and embrace you as well. So it's not only one team selling out arenas. So it's not only one team drawing all the viewership. The owners have all the cards in their hands. The owners have all the leverage. The owners can ask the players, who do you guys think has more to lose here? If no 2026 season takes place, who do you think has more to lose? You guys, the players, or us, the owners? The players have far more to lose. They need to capitalize on the momentum while it's here. They need to strike while the iron's hot. And I mean strike as in cut a deal while the iron's hot. Don't not cut a deal and let it cool off and cool off and cool off. So by the time we get back to negotiation tables, there's even less leverage for the players and less interest in the league. Hopefully somebody tells the players that so we don't see something happen to the 2026 season. Let's hear what Sophie Cunningham had to say in regards of WNBA expansion.
NBA side, because it is helpful. It's way more helpful. You just get more partners, more opportunities, and so I get that aspect. But I also think that you want to listen
listen to your players too. Like, where do they want to play? Where are they going to get excited to play and draw fans? And I do think that Miami would have been a great one. Like, everyone loves Florida. Nashville is an amazing city. Kansas City, amazing opportunity. There's a huge arena downtown that no one's using. And I think that the Women's Soccer League is showing that, like, people draw, you know, and so I'm not so sure what the thought process is there. But at the end of the day, you also want to make sure that you're not expanding our league too fast. I think that's also another thing, that you don't want teams to totally dominate and then have teams that aren't. And so I just think that it's kind of a hard decision-making situation. But man, I don't know how excited people are to be going to Detroit or Cincinnati.
Yeah, you don't want the league to expand too fast, to have too many teams with not enough talented players on it. We're already in that situation, but we don't want to increase that situation. We got 2 more teams coming. It's more talent diluted. We have 5 more teams. That's even more talent diluted. The parity within the league is going to shrink more and more and more and more. And then you have destinations that free agents don't want to go to, a la Toronto in the NBA. Well, then it's going to be harder for them to get players as well. And when it comes to Sophie Cunningham talking about players not being too excited, I mean, we heard what Joakim Noah said about Cleveland, right? Right. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.